In this round, the rules change a little bit. Each candidate has 10 seconds to answer, and the questions themselves will be structured so that ideally this answer would be yes or no. So at the 5-second point, you'll see a yellow card, and in 10 seconds, you'll see a red card, and it'll be my job to make sure everybody behaves. I'd like to start with Mr. Smirka. First question. Do you support repeal of Senate Bill 10, which bans dilation and evacuation in second term abortions?
I'm against the Senate bill. I support the woman's right to choose. It's the right thing to do.
I was shocked when they ran this bill, and particularly I was left feeling disappointed, particularly with the having no exception for cases of rape and incest. I think that's egregious, and I would like to take another look at it. Thanks.
I would support the repeal of this bill. I believe that politicians should stay out of the operating room and leave doctors to do what they know best.
I support the repeal of this bill.
I support the repeal.
I voted no, and I think it should be repealed.
I think it should be repealed.
I support repeal. Abortion is a decision between the woman and the doctor.
All right, second question, we're going to begin with Mr. Evans. And second question is, should West Virginia have sexual orientation and or gender identity to the State Human Rights Act?
We need to be a welcoming state, so yes, we should.
I can't understand why the legislature refuses to do this. I think that it definitely should be added to the law. I think certain legislators down there who would like to see gays get beat up.
We saw that everyone was welcome, and I truly believe that we need to be inclusive, not exclusive.
Yes, we need to welcome people, accept people. So many people, I get frustrated as someone who does go to church, I get frustrated when Republican legislators use the Bible for completely wrong purposes. In my interpretation of the Bible, I don't think Jesus, if he was a landlord, would have thrown someone out because of who he loved. Thank you.
I believe that we should be an accepting state, and I would like to add these to the State Human Rights Act.
Yes, both sexual orientation and gender identity, absolutely.
I agree, yes to both. I sponsored this bill for years, and also I would point out that the Senate passed it 3 times. So if some of these progressive-minded people here would just join me, we might be able to get it through both houses and get it signed by the governor.
Thank you. Barbara, we'll start with you for the third question. Do you support the repeal of the right to work and or restoration of prevailing wage?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes, both.
I support repeal of the prevailing wage, but not right to work.
Most certainly, I would support the repeal of right to work and the reinstatement of the prevailing wage.
We must repeal right to work, and I want to reinstate the 2014 calculation of prevailing wage before it was messed with in 2015 and then repealed this past session.
Yes, and yes.
Yes, I support repealing right to work and restoring prevailing wage.
Thank you. Ronnie, let's begin with you for question number 4. Where would you like to see the minimum wage in West Virginia?
$15 an hour by 2020.
$15 an hour or higher, but I would like to see a living wage and do away with this terminology of a minimum wage.
$15 an hour. What's more, we need to tie the minimum wage to the consumer price index so that we don't let this become a political football where people live in poverty before politicians want to make a decision.
I agree with John. There should be some type of standard. It upsets me that people want to make the minimum wage some arbitrary number. Just imagine this. Imagine a family of four making $15 an hour. They're going to bring home $124,000. To me, we want our youth to strive for greatness, and I believe that making the minimum wage $15 an hour is the antithesis of that.
I'm in favor of $15 an hour now and tying it to the Consumer Price Index and having it go up from there.
I'm in favor of the $15 minimum now and obviously tying it to the index.
I voted in favor of increasing the minimum wage. Most people don't realize that we bumped it up to $8 in 2015 and $8.75. I'm in favor of increasing it, but I think I'm a realist. We have to work with the legislature, and I'm in favor of increasing it, but I'm not sure how much.
Thank you. Let's begin with, pardon this.
I'm in favor of increasing the minimum wage until it's a living wage.
Okay, this round, let's begin with Nancy. Do you support the legalization of industrial hemp for commercial and research purposes, such as the production of hemp paper, clothing, and countless other manufacturers?
Yes.
Yes.
I do support it.
Yeah, I support that. I can't understand why the legislature won't go along with it. They must be afraid people are going to smoke it.
I know not only support industrial hemp, I support medical marijuana and the legalization of recreational marijuana. Plenty of ways to raise funds, and to me, it's no different than alcohol or tobacco.
Yes.
I absolutely, wholeheartedly support it.
Yes, I support it.
Okay, thank you. We'll begin with question is, would you support or co-sponsor a medical cannabis bill?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
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 Okay.
They just passed one in Pennsylvania? Yes.
Yes, I would support it. I don't care if they smoke it or put it in brownies.
All right. This question will start with John. Question is, HB 4145 allows permitless concealed carry in West Virginia. Do you support repealing this law?
Yes, I do. Obviously, I'm a supporter of the Second Amendment and every single amendment in the Bill of Rights, but there are reasonable, sensible restrictions that we may put on things. One thing I'm very passionate about is the Seventh Amendment, that's trial law, and they're up for vetting that. Then why do they only support the Second?
I would not support it. I believe that if you're old enough to go into the Army, you should be old enough to have a concealed weapon. I believe that people have the freedom to do so, and if we don't do it, the bad guys are going to have the guns, and the good guys are not.
I stand with law enforcement opposed to concealed carry without permit.
I have a concealed carry permit, and I feel that only with concealed carry and background check.
I voted against this bill, which the law had been that training was required, and that a license was required, and that a background check was required. And we lived with that law for many, many years, and we should go back to it.
I'm with the law enforcement community on this. I I support repealing it, and I think the training is important.
I support repeal. The permit process provides a checkpoint that you don't have at the stores that are selling the guns. And so I favor restoration of the permit. I don't care what they charge for, but I think we need a permitting process.
I would love to see the repeal. I stand with law enforcement. I stand with common sense.
Okay, thank you. This question is directed to Michael. I beg your pardon. Barry. Where? Michael. It's Michael. Okay. After the Elk River chemical spill, Senate Bill 373 was passed to protect our waterways. In 2015, Senate Bill 423 rolled back most of these regulations. Do you support returning those protections?
Yes, I will support returning those protections.
Yes, I do. I think it's made us a laughing stock that they would repeal.
Yes. I was proud to vote and worked very, very hard on Senate Bill 373, and I have to say that we would be so lucky to have Evan. Evan was the architect of that bill. I voted against 423, and we would have a better state if we would return back to the protections of 373.
And I spent a lot of time in Charleston working on 373. I was really proud of that bill. Spent a lot of time last year trying to make sure 423 didn't go too far in terms of what it repealed. It's a complicated question because what we're left with now is better than what we had before the Elk River spill. However, if I had a choice, I would go back to what we had with 373.
What was it, 300,000 people impacted by that spill? I can't believe that they would repeal those regulations or roll back those protections. I would support restoration.
I support restoration. They support the Second Amendment, but they don't support clean water.
My goodness, earlier I talked about our short memory with how we've now passed a right to work. Like the Elk River spill happened a year before that. Are you kidding me? You don't remember? I would fully support the restoration.
Thank you. Begin again with Evan. Last lightning question. There's a phenomenon called forced pooling, which for those of you who are not familiar with that term is effectively a form of eminent domain where a resource extraction company has the right or would have the right to mine resources underneath your property without necessarily your consent. Question is, would you support forced pooling?
I would not support forced pooling. I think that if you want to drill under somebody's land, if you want to take advantage of their mineral resources, you should get their permission.
I completely oppose the forced pooling.
I'm opposed to forced pooling. Again, they want to be the party that defends liberties, but they want to take away your property rights.
Exactly. Eminent domain is such a core principle of this new right of the Republican Party. But if it's eminent domain that will benefit a rich corporation, that's fine. No, I'm against forced pooling.
Well, I have a unique foundation for my beliefs, even though I am a Republican. I am primarily motivated by individual freedom, and I believe that forced pooling infringes upon one freedom, so I will not support forced pooling.
I'm against forced pooling.
I am against forced pooling. I voted against forced pooling, and the reason we don't have it is because people like Michael joined with Democrats and said no last year and also this year.
And because I'm not really good at reading the fine print, I did skip over a really key question here, so I would like to begin this question with Nancy. Do you have a mic? Do you accept the scientific consensus that climate change is caused primarily by human action?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
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 98% of the scientists agree, and the answer is yes.
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 Thank you.